problem with my hat, say so.
Got a fucking problem with your fucking hat.
Well, wash yours for once, dick! I was prepared for you to say that, so.
Okay.
How long have you been holding it in?
I'm actually
6
wearing
weeks
a different
or
hat
6 months.
just for you.
It's true, it is a different hat.
It's just as grungy. Intro.
I think that was sufficient. They don't need to know who
No.
I'm pretty sure, I mean...
We haven't even started.
Yeah, what if we get a first-time wiewer and they don't know who we are at all?
We have first-time viewers?
You never know. We might.
In the future.
In the future, okay.
It could happen.
Because this could be on the web forever, ever, so...
Forever, ever. Yeah. Anyway, you're listening to the Mach7 Podcast. I'm super awesome. Chris.
Right. Good.
No.
Good start. I like it.
There's a loser over here whose name is Travis.
Ice-T.
Dorky-ass hat. And then
it's a baseball hat.
Yeah, but it's backwards, though. That makes it dorky.
There's our...
That's even worse. Turned it sideways. It's even worse.
There's our only sane man, Andrew.
Yes! Okay.
No. I take back my statement that he's the only sane man.
You know, I did my best.
No, you didn't.
I wasn't sane for very long. It's fine. So this is a podcast.
So it is.
What do you guys got to talk about?
Oh, I have lots, but I want you to start with your stuff. You had an adventure yesterday, and that's the first thing I want to talk about, so I want to hear about it.
I did. It's really not that much of an adventure. I played it up a little bit because
Is this like your glasses breaking adventure?
Sort of, but not similar in any way whatsoever.
Is there an angelic voice?
No.
At no point is there an angelic
voice. Yes, actually.
Okay.
So
is there an insurance company involved?
Maybe.
What about puppies?
How should I know? It's his story.
Were there cup holders?
It's Andrew's fucking story.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this past...
Get all the giggles out.
What?
Get all the giggles out.
No. Giggle the entire time.
This is the hand
Don't
sign
hit the
for
table.
giggles.
I did not mean to. I was moving my ear.
It doesn't mean that you didn't do it even if you didn't mean to.
Shut it down.
This is going well.
Yeah, this is going nowhere.
So good. All right. So this past week it snowed a lot. Like
it's still
we are in blizzard conditions
right
now. And so I parked my car on the side of the road because our driveway isn't big enough for the 6 cars that we have at our house.
Okay.
And the snowplow came by, and it plows all the snow to one side of the street, and that was the street that my car was on. So luckily we have a little bit of an indentation where from the front door you go to the left, and it's a whole thing. That's where my room is and stuff. So there's a little indentation between the house and the road, so I parked there. So I was trapped between a snowbank and my house, and I couldn't get my car out, and it was pretty awful.
You should include the picture.
Yeah, I should. I took a picture of it to send to Travis, and I just said mistakes were made because I should not have parked on that side of the street.
And in which he promptly offered assistance.
He did, in fact, and then
it was promptly disregarded.
Well, I didn't want to bother you.
I offered it.
I know, but then you have to drive all the way over to my house, and I'm not doing that.
And then your car has to get plowed into the side of the road.
Plus the way it was in, I really don't think pulling it out would even have worked.
All I saw was a big snowbank against your car. There wasn't enough of
just
because
I could barely back up as it was because there was another snowbank there. So I don't think that would have worked anyway. But so
you don't understand about the whole odd and even thing?
The what?
Odd and even thing?
I don't know what that means.
You park on the even side of the road on days of the month that are even. Then days that are odd, you park on that numbered side of the road when it's an odd numbered day of the month. Are you kidding me?
Did not know that existed.
That is actually a thing for cities.
Sides of the roads have numbers?
Yeah, the house numbers.
House numbers. Yeah, okay.
Odd and even.
Okay.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
What happens if you're on a road with no houses?
Then you're not going to get a plow.
Shut the fuck up.
Get wrecked. That was such a dumb thing to say.
I'll fucking choke you.
Hopefully you'll get my neck and just not strangle air. Dum-dum.
Well, you just got dum-dummed. How do you feel?
Dum-dum.
It's okay. I won't murder him on the podcast because then there would be evidence.
That's a good point. I was going to say make the best.
But I'm not a puppy, so I'm not worried.
Make the best podcast.
No, I only run over puppies with my car. There are a whole wide variety of things I could do to you.
I'm pretty sure you strangled him too, to be fair.
Only after I run over them.
Right, well...
But that doesn't make sense.
So?
Why would you strangle something that's dead?
Because it's fun.
Oh my gosh, his eyes! His eyes! Anyway, continue your story.
Okay, so first of all, I don't have snow tires on my car yet, so that was a problem. But since, like, the driver...
Do you normally have winter tires on?
Yeah.
Why?
So I can not die in the winter, mostly. I mean, why wouldn't you?
What kind of stupid question was that?
There's all year tires that you can buy.
They are
I don't know
not
those.
sufficient for the snow up here.
Well, you get a 4-wheel drive.
I have a 4-wheel drive.
Well, then why are you defending winter tires?
I don't drive up here during the winter anyway. So.
That's a good strategy. I should have used that. I was seriously contemplating just leaving my car there forever and not driving it ever again.
That'd be a long way to walk to campus across that bridge.
I know. Well, I mean, I could get a ride with other people.
That's true. And
As I said,
once it freezes, you can just walk across.
Yeah. Perfect. But so it was like the driver's side was completely blocked by the snowbank, and so I like couldn't dig out that side. Also had to get in from the passenger side because I couldn't open the door. But so I ended up like asking my roommates for help, and they were like, sure. And one of my roommates had like a smaller shovel because we just had this like wide plastic shovel, so like that didn't help at all. So he had a smaller shovel, so we were able to dig some of it out, and then we had to get like plywood boards to put under the tires and then push it back out. It was a whole thing. But eventually we got it free, and then I drove to Walmart. So
What'd you need from Walmart?
Food. I was completely out of food. The day before, the entire day was spent eating like bags of chips. So
that's totally the proper way to live.
Yeah. We like a couple of weeks ago, we went to this Smash Brothers tournament on campus that one of our friends was organizing, and he got.
I'm glad I knew about this.
Yeah, it was in Hillside.
The worst side.
Oh no.
Well, it's pretty nice
It's
there, actually.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I know a few girls that live there. It's an amazing place.
He's an RA there, and he basically just has a full apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible,
I
but
know.
all to himself.
I wish I was in Hillside, but
yeah, so he got like a bunch of like juice boxes and this massive bag that had smaller like bags of chips inside it. We decided to steal those because he wasn't there when the tournament ended to stop us. So I forgot that I had those left over. When I found them, I was like, oh yes, food. I was so hungry. Just because I was too lazy to go get food before the great snow started. So
you should have just starved and eaten your roommates and turned into a Wendigo.
That would have been a good idea.
Connecting stories.
I like it, but yeah. So that was my great adventure. Not that great of an adventure, to be fair.
You know what you could have done?
A
couple days before, you could have gone shopping like me and picked up your games at the same time.
Yeah, I could have. I didn't.
But instead, what do you choose to do?
I waited for. I ordered them off Amazon. Waited for UPS.
And what time do they arrive?
Like 4:30.
That is not sufficient.
It's fine for me.
How can that be fine for you?
Because whatever. I had other stuff to do,
Like what?
like homework and stuff.
No, what did you really do?
What
did you really do, Andrew?
Didn't do anything. Pulled most of my hair out.
Playing what game?
Was
it Madden?
It might have been. I was probably playing some Madden. Fun game. Football! Are you ready for it?
Sure.
Nice.
Just do it. Nike.
Okay. Whatever. So what else? What else you guys got?
I turned 21 over the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Dude, how come we didn't know this? We would have taken you to the KBC.
Well, so there is a little bit of a story behind this.
Oh,
Yes!
I love it. We could have had a great Stewart story and could have added it to the podcast.
The reason that there's
you didn't
a
tell us
story
because you didn't want that to be?
No. So last week I was supposed to have an exam last Friday, right?
Sure.
My birthday was on Sunday.
Of course.
And the teacher decided to push off the exam until Monday.
Oh, God.
So for my 21st birthday, I went out and I bought 2 6-packs of beer.
What kind of beer?
It was KBC Widowmakers.
Very good choice.
It's like the only beer I can stand.
It's delicious.
It's pretty good.
Huh. It's weird. That's what Stuart thinks, too.
So I bought 2 6-packs of KBC Widowmakers. I couldn't even take them back to my dorm because I live in an alcohol-free hall, and I had one to drink.
Solid birthday.
What'd you do the rest of them?
I have a friend who lives off campus that I'm storing them with.
Oh! I'm like,
Just poured them in the portage.
did you just pass them off to people? Why did you call me?
No, they are being stored for later use. And I actually called up...
Why are you acting like that's a naughty thing? Because you're 21 now. You're totally allowed to have alcohol at other places.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but you're like, pretend you're squirreling it away. Unless they're under 21. I'm under
Squirrel
21.
girl.
They're not.
Oh, what's wrong? What's the problem? Oh, is this the place? Is this M's place?
Shout out to M.
No. This is a person I trust. I was squirreling up because I was getting ready to tell another part of the story.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Why'd you interrupt him?
Because I interrupt his stories all the time. So,
Yeah, me too.
Justified. I was gonna have a... Fuck, what was I gonna say? Right. I had a shitty day today, so I call up my friend and be like, so, after I'm done with everything today, can I go over to your place and drink all of my beer? And he's like, no, because I have an exam tomorrow, so I can't get drunk with you tonight.
But why didn't you tell us? We could have taken you out.
Because I couldn't get drunk because the exam was, in the morning.
You don't have to drink to get drunk. You can be a reasonable adult and go have one or two. Why does everybody think you have to get crunk all the time? That's expensive.
It is expensive.
I just drink water.
You know,
That's how I avoid that.
The point of going out on your 21st is to get drunk.
And did you accomplish it?
No.
You could have done the exact same thing, but with people and not sound like an alcoholic. Squirrel. An alcoholic squirrel.
Girl?
Also, I went to the movies with some people.
What movie did you see?
Big Hero 6.
How was it? I heard
thought-
Markiplier has some stuff to do with that.
I thought it was pretty
Yeah,
good.
you told that story already.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good from a narrative standpoint. It was kind of cliched. Like, the person who ended up being the big villain, I guessed what their secret identity was. 2 seconds after their secret
It's a
identity.
children's movie.
Yeah, well, whatever. But the characters were good, and the writing was good, and I enjoyed the humor. So, it was a fun time, but
Sober time.
I did have to drink before the movie, though, so...
If one beer gets you knocked over, dude,
It
that says
doesn't.
something.
It doesn't. Usually when I drink, it's... Essentially, the normal mixed drink I have is the equivalent of 3 drinks.
Why?
Because it's a bottle of hard cider and 2.5 shots.
Where do you buy hard cider from?
Walmart.
Oh, okay.
It's next to the beer.
Okay.
And 2.5 shots of Fireball whiskey, and you drink that at the same
Oh, yeah,
rate
no,
that
I
other
have
people...
a bunch of friends who would do that.
Yeah. The same rate that other people drink beer. And then people are wondering, hey, why after one drink is he seeming a little off? Oh. Yeah.
Of course, this was after your 21st birthday.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously. We here at the Mach7 Podcast do not support underage drinking.
Alternatively, I was in
Nor purchasing
Canada.
puppies.
Yeah. I mean, you are wearing a flannel, so you could have been in Canada.
I am wearing a flannel.
It's entirely possible.
Were you eating ramen raw?
No.
Like a lumberjack?
This is the better one.
All right, so, dude, there have been some really big video game releases recently.
Why don't you start with Assassin's Creed, because we're going to spend a lot of time on Master Chief Collection, I'm sure.
I mean, Chris won't. It'll just be
No,
the two of
yeah,
us.
it'll just be you two, and I'll be like, why do they gotta talk about Halo? Never played Halo.
Pretty much how it's going to go, to be fair.
You can leave now if you want.
No.
Okay,
Alright,
cool.
good.
I have stuff that I don't want to do that I have to do when I leave here. So
The perfect procrastination.
Precisely.
Something. I don't know where I was going with that. So, dude, Assassin's Creed, it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. Here's the problem, though.
It's not Rogue, which is not a reskin of Assassin's Creed 4.
I don't know. I don't know how good Rogue actually is. Cause
I heard if you watch the trailers, they're awful.
are they?
The graphics are pretty bad.
Well,
It's just a reskin
yeah,
of
it's the
Assassin's
same
Creed 4.
engine as Assassin's Creed
Exactly.
4, so that's why it looks.
And the voice acting was pretty bad.
Was it?
And I heard it's really short.
I haven't
Probably.
played any of the Assassin's Creed games either.
All right, perfect.
Those are actually on the computer.
I'm glad you'll be able to contribute to this.
Well, I did play one game that was released recently.
Was it Borderlands?
Was it Bayonetta 2?
No,
Was
it was Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
What?
Advanced
What?
Warfare?
Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
I don't know what that is.
Binding of Isaac.
It's a roguelike.
A rogue?
Roguelike.
Roguelike.
What's roguelike?
It's
Are those words? Are those several words? What are you? I'm trying to watch your mouth.
This is actually English, Travis.
Yes.
roguelike.
It's a specific genre of
Roguelike.
game.
Yeah, roguelike.
Like
Roguelike.
Have you ever played NetHack?
Never heard of NetHack.
Fuck. It's
Rogue.
Roguelike.
Like.
Dash like.
hyphen, yeah.
Roguelike.
Roguelike. It is a genre of game.
R-O-G-U-E.
You know what makes me really mad? When
People are making up words. I know.
and particularly like especially with Assassin's Creed Rogue coming out and like talk about MMOs or RPGs in general.
No Mass Effect.
When well, not Mass Effect actually because that doesn't have rogues in it. But when people misspell rogue as rouge,
Fuck that!
it makes me so angry. Like I don't understand how that's a mistake so many people make.
Rouge is a cosmetic product.
I know. Also,
No.
also French for red, but
Well, that's why the cosmetic
Yeah.
product is named.
How do you spell rouge?
Rouge.
Oh,
I almost
okay.
said
So
G.
they just move the U.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me so angry every single time I see it because so many people make that mistake. Anyway,
And then you strangle them to death.
Yeah, basically.
As if they were a puppy.
I guess I have not seen that happen.
really?
Yeah.
You should be on the internet
Have you
more.
never played an MMO?
Well, I played MMOs.
Have you never, looked at trade chat?
I tend not to.
There you go.
I like to stay a little intellectual.
Could have fooled me.
Go
Face.
suck a duck.
So, you want to talk about Binding of Isaac?
Sure. I thought Travis had a story.
No, explain what roguelike is.
You're born of a roguelike.
No, explain what a roguelike is for our viewers at home.
It's
listeners.
a kind of game.
It's great. I'll just put the Wikipedia article up. How about that? Is
Yeah,
that better?
That's be better.
That'll be nice.
All right.
The point is, they're hard and you die a lot. Travis is trying to emulate the facial gesture I made earlier. Did it really look so much like that? Okay.
Boy, do you look foolish now.
Well, no. Now Travis looks foolish.
That's true.
I
He-
looked
well-
foolish in the past.
Look, he always looks foolish, so.
Fair enough. But, essentially, you played the first Legend of Zelda.
Is that a question?
Yes.
Or was that
Yes.
a statement?
That's why
That
there was
is
a
a
question
question.
mark.
No,
at
there
the
was
end.
no question mark. It
There
was,
absolutely
you
was.
played.
No, it was
Go back and listen to
have you played?
Have I played?
Have you played the first Legend of Zelda?
No.
Okay. Fuck. That makes things difficult, too.
It's basically just like a series of dungeons, basically.
Yeah, it's a series of dungeons. You move around the map that's separated into different rooms.
Yeah.
And each room is full of enemies. And you cry on the enemies until they die. And
That's Binding of Isaac specifically, not roguelikes in general. But
usually they kill the shit out of you. Because roguelikes are... They're not like a normal game where, it's like, hey, let's make a long, cohesive storyline, and you progress throughout the story in the entire game as it goes. Like, you can complete the game in 30 minutes if you beat everything.
How much did you pay for this game?
I got it for free.
Oh, well then that's excellent.
$15.
How much do people who legally get it pay? Okay.
It's a specific to the genre thing. It's not... Beating the game is not like beating the game in a normal game. You know?
Oh yeah, more than
was that even a sentence? Now I'm agreeing with Travis.
Finally, re-listen to this. The stuff he's coming
At least
out
I know what a
now.
roguelike is.
Yeah.
That's not even a thing.
when you
It's a real thing.
Like, if you're playing Halo, I'm assuming...
I know what you mean by it's not a real story. I understand all this, but why pay $15 for 30 minutes?
Because it's not 30 minutes,
You
because
just said it's in 30 minutes.
Only if you beat everything, but you won't
a
beat
single
everything.
run, if you beat everything, takes 30 minutes, but you usually have to try multiple runs because you die each one before you get it. And as you do it, as you keep completing runs, you start unlocking new things, you unlock new content, the runs become longer.
And Binding of Isaac is procedurally generated, right? So every single time you play it, it's different?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's called randomly generated.
Also, you might be right.
Yeah. I mean, it could
so there
be
you go.
both. But
What kind of models are we looking at? I mean, like, is this regular 3D models?
Top down.
The
Top
original was top down and was generated using Flash. The new one developed its own engine and has like a 16-bit retro graphics kind of thing. But it's offset by the fact that the animation is incredibly good.
And 16 bits.
Yes. It's not actually 16-bit, but like the models and the maps are designed to have that retro. Maybe it's 32-bit. I don't know.
I'll give you the benefit. We'll go 32.
Might as well.
Round up, right?
Well, for rounding up, we might as well just call it 50.
Nah, dude, 64. 50 bits not even a real thing.
I know, but if we're just rounding up randomly.
I guess. Don't you mean procedurally? So, good game.
I enjoy it.
Would recommend?
I mean, not for somebody who's a plebeian like Travis, but...
Wow. I think Travis is asleep right now. So, all right, cool. So,
tell me more about Assassin's Creed.
all right, so it's a fun game. It feels a bit sluggish, though.
Really?
I feel like the character runs slower in general.
What time period is this one taking?
French Revolution. So, like, late 1700s in Paris.
Do you get to decapitate people with guillotines?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to that point, but I guarantee that's the thing that happens.
If it wasn't, then there really wouldn't be any point to play during the French Revolution.
But I feel like I'm not enjoying it quite as much as the other games. Mostly because I don't really care about the time period as much, I don't think. Like, because there's only, like, what, 2 notable people that came out of the French Revolution? Like Robespierre and Napoleon, right? I mean...
Well, Robespierre got killed, too.
Yeah,
so
well...
It's not like you're going to be able to kill him because he was publicly executed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it's just like, it's kind of, like, whatever. I don't know. Like, I felt like Assassin's Creed 4 was way more interesting just because I think
4 was Black Flag.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, Pirates and Lair.
Pirates, yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I think I liked the characters and the time period more.
Dude, everybody likes pirates.
I know, exactly. Every game should have pirate ships in it.
I don't know, I really liked Assassin's Creed 2.
2 was also really good.
Renaissance was pretty neat.
Also, really cool characters.
Did you get to assassinate Galileo?
You work with Galileo.
Oh, cool.
No, you don't. You work with Da Vinci.
Well, you do the designs of Galileo.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure Galileo is not in that game in any sense.
What happens if I'm right?
I'm pretty confident.
Pizza's on you.
I will say that you're right. I'm not buying you pizza. I can barely afford food for myself.
Oh, well, you can afford 2 games.
That's true, I can. That's why I can't afford food.
I understand. I
You
can't
can
afford
just
food either.
Eat the games.
You've seen how much food
no.
I have in my house.
Right. But so, Assassin's Creed right now has a massive frame rate issue.
Uh-oh.
They said that it was locked at 30 FPS, but most of the time it dips lower than that.
Oh my god.
So...
At 1080?
Yeah. No, 900 actually. It doesn't, I mean, it looks okay. It's
Well,
just
it's fine,
It's just a
but-
bit of stuttering, and it's kind of rough, especially, like, because I'm switching between Master Chief Collection and Assassin's Creed. Master Chief Collection runs at a steady 60 FPS. So going down to 30 and then usually less than 30, it's really tough to, like, this doesn't feel nearly as smooth.
And Assassin's Creed generally looks gorgeous.
Yeah. It's normally pretty pretty. Pretty pretty. Yeah. Pretty good. I also don't really like how the main character Arno looks almost exactly like Ezio. And his character is kind of the same type of character as Ezio.
Wait, there's like different character designs besides ambiguous guy in white suit with hood.
Yeah.
One of them's a Native American.
Dude, Edward from Black Flag was like blonde. So.
But how do you see that under the hood?
Because in Black Flag he takes his hood down most of the time. Unless you're in conflict, then he puts it up.
Then he's not an assassin.
Nah, he's totally an assassin. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Yeah, you're right. He's not an assassin. If I could spoil Black Flag, then I would.
Please don't come
Well, of course he's not an assassin, because he's a pirate.
It's true.
I'll play Rogue.
What else? Why?
Didn't we
Just the
just
story.
have a conversation
Like,
about
rent
how
it, rent
awful
it,
it
just
was?
rent it.
Oh, okay.
Like Destiny. Like,
Yeah.
It's just one of those
You mean
games, you know, like...
Borderlands?
Yeah, no, I'll play Rogue eventually after I finish with.
It's gonna be weird playing on 360.
After I finish with the 5,000 achievements in Master Chief Collection, and Assassin's Creed and Dragon Age next week. It's rough right now. What else?
I'm surprised we pulled you away from your room.
I know. Well, it's because I got to do this podcast. I love this podcast.
I do like it.
I'm neutral.
Yeah?
We're neutral about you.
Kill yourself. So.
More towards negative.
It's okay.
Good response. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else to talk about for Assassin's Creed?
How's the combat?
It's actually much, much more challenging because they got rid of counter kills.
Like when they strike you and then you just like hit buttons and then it's like...
Yeah, no, that's not a thing anymore. You can still block, obviously, and you can do these things called perfect blocks where if you block at the exact right moment, then you do, like, you can stun the enemy or whatever.
Like they get pushed back.
Yeah.
Taken fighting game mechanics and thrown them in there then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's a lot harder, honestly. Like, if you have if you have like 5 guys around you, it's hard to survive.
So it really focuses on don't get caught.
Pretty much.
That's cool. Because before I was like, whatever, I can get caught and just beat the shit out of everybody. I can take on a group of 20 guys because they're only going to attack me one at a time and I can do a perfect counter.
Yeah.
But that's much closer to real life.
Well, look.
I'm pretty sure that's not.
Maybe for you.
Chris, I would love to see you take on 3 guys.
No, don't. Edit that out.
Yeah.
You can also do like...
Why would you say that?
It doesn't help that the camera in combat is like zoomed in farther than the other games, so you can't
change that?
I don't think so. So you can't see like everybody around you all the time.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell if someone's about to attack you. And then you also have like a dodge move in combat as well. You can also finally crouch, so that's nice. The previous games, the previous games never had an actual crouch button. You would just crouch if you go into like a hiding spot or something.
That's a small area.
Yeah.
I do an auto crawl.
But now there's, you just hold left trigger and you can crouch wherever. You can just crouch walk everywhere if you want. And there's this whole cover system and stuff. So
anybody look at you funny if you're like walking through the streets of Paris?
Course not.
Crouch
Don't
walking?
be ridiculous, dude. There's the reason why it was locked at 900p and 30 FPS was because of how much AI there is in the game. The city feels so busy all the time because there's like 12,000 AI characters on screen. It's like, I can't even like get through this crowd. Why?
That's cool.
But yeah, so it's pretty sweet.
I feel like Assassin's Creed 2 was like that.
Yeah.
Italy was really busy.
Definitely felt busy. I think that's all I have.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
I'm trying to think. I don't think
so what are your impressions of Master Chief Collection?
Loads of fun, and I'm enjoying it. And there's so many achievements. I can't handle it. Like, my brain is exploding over how many achievements there are.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, series of games. I kind of wish, I'm not a big fan of Reach, but I wish they would have put Reach and ODST on.
Yeah. It would be nice to just, like, play through every single Halo game.
Like, I would even ask for Wars, even though Bungie hates Wars.
Mm-hmm. Do they? Is that a thing that happened?
Yeah. But 343 loves them.
Ah.
And they're looking to hopefully do a sequel if there's a creation people that will do it. But trying to find a company nowadays that will do that is pretty hard.
Yeah.
To do console RPS.
RTS.
Yeah, RTS.
Shout out to RPSs. It's not even a real thing.
Is it a real thing?
Rotation per second,
it's
right?
not.
Rogue people shoot.
What? Doesn't even make sense.
Rogue people shoot. Do they not shoot?
I don't know. Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Usually they shoot like bow and arrows.
There are people who go rogue and shoot people.
That's true. Yeah. Don't you mean they go rouge? Huh.
So the graphics, though, man. How do you feel about the graphics of Halo 2?
I like them.
Just the cinematics, or what about the in-game?
Yeah, both. I like them.
I think they look like trash.
I really don't like how dark it is sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, it's definitely dark in a lot of...
Like, I have my TV turned pretty high on brightness.
The lighting is really weird. I don't know why.
Like, it's more natural.
Yeah.
It absolutely is more natural and more appropriate, but I hate how they lock your flashlight to turn off after, 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, what is that?
It's always how it was. It's always, like, in Halo 2 on the Xbox, like, you could just turn it on in the daylight maps, but it would just, turn off after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't use that on this map, you silly guy.
It doesn't help that, I mean, there's like, 2 or 3 sections that you really need this flashlight for in the
Right.
original.
Right.
It's weird that they have that flashlight mechanic and then almost never have any
Allow
reason
you to
for
do it. Because, like, in Halo 1, you could use it all the time.
Yeah. Well, even in Halo 1, I think there's only, like, going through the corridors in the Pillar of Autumn was the only time you needed to use the flashlight.
And then,
It's
like, when
why?
you're on the Halo, like, at night,
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
a few, you're at night, there's the one where you're fighting the Covenant, and then you're fighting the Covenant and the Flood. Those
Yeah.
two you could probably use it in.
Truth and Wreck and Two Betrayals.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's really dark at times.
Yeah.
And it got really annoying. Sometimes I'm like, what? So I'd switch back to the old graphics
Yeah, to see what
to be able to
what's
see what's
happening.
going on, or like
Yeah.
a weapon that I went over that I want to pick up, like a sword somewhere, which
Yeah.
should be sitting out of nowhere. But yeah, besides that, the graphics are amazing. I just love. I've watched YouTube for the cutscenes. I watched like 4 or 5 times.
Nice. Yeah, they make a very good argument for out-of-engine cutscenes because the Halo 2 ones look so good.
And I want every other Halo to do
Yeah.
it now.
It's like, why don't they just make a movie out of that? I would watch it.
That's exactly what I was thinking after. I was like, they could do a Halo movie
Easily.
with the blur graphics.
Blur graphics are really nice, Chris. You should check them out.
Okay.
YouTube does not have yet, I'm surprised, all the terminal videos put together into a single video yet.
Really?
I searched this morning and last night and nothing.
Just get all the terminals and watch them.
I do, but except one. One I could not. I went to it and I would try to access it and it would pull up the Halo channel.
Yeah. And then I just didn't do
And
anything.
then just go back to the
I think one of those happened to me too.
where Delta Halo was it
Uh,
underneath the water.
I don't remember. Maybe. I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was early on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might have
Delta
been
Halo,
Halo.
like when you're in the big room where you fight the hunters underwater. You're in that.
Oh
big
yeah,
room.
no, that one worked for me. I remember that one. I think
gotta
it was
go back
one
and try
before that.
one
even.
again because that's like halfway through the map and
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass. Except I have to
Um,
go play it on Legendary anyway.
So I heard they changed the music.
yeah, they did. Some of the music, they made some questionable decisions about the music.
Very questionable.
Why would you change the music, man? I mean, like, the old Halo music is iconic.
Yeah.
It is, and like they changed so much of the music that people loved.
Yeah.
Like some of them, like they did really good things with some of them. They took a big risk with some of them, and some of them sound okay.
Mhm.
But then some of them just sound trash.
I honestly didn't even notice it that much. Like,
Really?
It's been so long since I've played Halo 2, I don't remember what some of the original stuff sounded like.
Did you try going back and listen to the original track?
Yeah, and then it wasn't in stereo, and I was like,
Yeah, what's with that?
This is weird.
It's like they're trying to almost
make it sound worse
emphasize.
than it actually is.
Yeah, it was like it did not sound that
Yeah.
bad. It did not
really
sound like
weird.
it was mono. But what about the weapon sounds?
I like the weapon sounds. They're pretty
You
nice.
like the sword?
I'm actually okay with the sword. Yeah.
Sounds like you're squeezing toothpaste.
Well,
You-
that's what it looks
well,
like.
If you stab somebody, there actually is more of a squishing noise than anything
I would
else.
know.
It's just when you pull it out.
Yeah,
instead
it's
of-
like when you
when you whip it out. Travis, please don't tap your fingers on the table.
Oh, no, that was for effect.
Oh, I got you. Is that the sound it makes, or
No, I hope not.
So, like,
Okay, when you
the sword's made out of laser, right? So, like,
Yeah, but
or
you
something.
have like
So
you have like grip.
and you bring it out and it charges the laser and it makes us the squishy
Yeah, it goes
sound?
yeah?
Oh.
It's like.
No, that's the
Then
original
the
sound.
old one was like. Whoop-ha. Yeah.
And then this one's like.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
why would you do
is
that?
is it laser or plasma?
It's energy.
It's just called an energy sword. I don't know what
It's
kind of energy
very
it is.
vague.
Well, they probably did that on purpose.
If it's plasma, then the squishy noise would make more
It's
sense.
not plasma,
Yeah, it's not plasma.
Okay.
and it's not laser.
Then what is it?
Energy.
Everything is energy.
No, it's from a different galaxy, so
That doesn't matter.
different physics, bruh. Very possible.
Everything is still energy.
What do you call dark matter?
Energy.
Why's it got to be dark? It's racist.
If you go down to the atomic level,
Dark energy is not on the periodic table, dude.
Ooh.
I'm not talking the elemental level. I'm talking about individual atoms.
There is no atoms in dark matter.
Do you have a sample of dark matter to prove to us that there
does,
is
actually.
not?
It's in his room.
I think
I've
the
seen it.
scientific community would like to hear about your sample of dark matter.
No, it's mine. It's mine. My own.
God dang it.
Bro, if you were to
About to
sell
say
it,
that.
you could make like $5 trillion.
It's a lot of money.
I could sell the ring too, but
Do you know how much,
the power is mine.
you know how much food you could buy with $5 trillion? That's like
Every food.
Yeah,
That's
but
like-
that's something nobody else does.
like at least 3 Happy Meals. So yeah, the graphics are really nice, and it running at 60 FPS is amazing. I've honestly never cared about frame rate until like this
You've
week,
seen it.
where I've actually seen a major comparison between the two, and now I'm
And I
like,
played Halo 3, and I actually don't mind it that much anymore.
really?
It's actually...
Did you not like it before?
I didn't like the brutes.
Oh yeah, brutes are
The brutes were really annoying.
yeah,
And then, so, like, doing that the whole time just wasn't fun for me.
right,
And I felt like the Jekyll were really hard. Like, they didn't flinch as much.
right,
It's like you had to hit them in the... So it felt, like, really repetitive to me.
yeah, I get that.
So I wasn't a big fan of it. But now, like... Are we that boring?
I need to send somebody a text message.
During the cast?
Yeah.
Chris, please. No, just
You already
kidding.
knows you're not coming to drink beer tonight.
It's a different person.
Is it M?
No.
Insurance company?
No.
Grandma?
No.
Grandma, where's my super suit? Is that what you're asking? Where's your super suit?
No.
Who are you texting?
My partner in acting.
Crime? Oh,
Why?
Because we have a rehearsal log due tonight, and I want to, see if we're actually going to rehearse for it or if we're going to wing it.
you're in an acting class?
Yes.
Nice.
What are you acting
I should do
for?
acting stuff.
Nothing in particular.
Doesn't sound fun. Anyway, back to Halo.
Teacher's kind of crazy.
So, speaking of the terminals, probably one of my favorite features is that each terminal...
Terminal?
Wow, can't even talk. Each terminal and each of the skulls as well, they each have their own achievement.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you miss one, you can at least know which level you missed it on, instead of just having one at the end where you just get like an achievement for getting all the terminals, and if you miss it, you're like, I don't know which level I missed it on. Well,
However, if you miss one of the levels with switching it between graphics and like high graphics and low graphics, it does not tell you which one you didn't do.
that's true.
That's
Luckily,
really bad.
though, you could just, if you beat the level, you can just load it up, and then as soon as it starts, just switch back, and you'll get credit for it if you've already beaten it.
Oh, okay.
So if you miss one, you could just go back through and just play it for
Yeah, I beat them
10,
all.
10
I've
seconds of each
already
level,
beat it. Okay,
and then you should get it. I did that with the library.
but I thought you have to beat it.
Well, if you've already beaten it, then it counts. It counts as you beating it
Oh,
already.
okay.
So
I just have to go boop, doo, doo,
yeah,
boop, doo, doo, boop, doo, doo.
because
Which I don't understand. How come I'm getting, like, I'm not complaining, but how come I'm getting achievements for the terminals I've already found?
what do you mean?
I played Halo 3, and I had those achievements, didn't I? Or not?
Yeah, but it's a different achievement list.
Yeah, but
They're not connected to the same game.
it's finding the same
Yeah.
terminal.
But it's a different list.
I know.
So
But I'm getting the points again.
good.
I feel naughty.
Why is that bad?
I feel naughty.
It's a good thing. Doubling up on points is the best thing ever.
Have you watched Nightfall yet?
I have.
What was your thoughts on it?
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Have you watched Nightfall yet?
And no.
That's
What is
unfortunate. It's a every podcast I hit this piece of metal underneath the desk
Why are you
with,
getting
with
so
my
close
leg
to it?
because I want to make sure I'm heard. It's important to me.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Good.
Thanks. Yeah, no.
What'd
I
they
enjoyed
say?
it. It's
I haven't
a
responded yet.
Is it he or she?
She.
Oh, nice, brah. Sweet.
nah. Dap it out.
Come on.
She has a boyfriend that is not me.
Just because
Well-
there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
It's pretty much the worst thing you could say ever.
She could have cancer.
What?
I feel that's worse than saying that you could bang her.
Nightfall is a Halo miniseries,
Okay.
a live action with
Oh, that thing.
that
Yeah.
features
With
Watt.
that one chick from
No.
Narnia, right?
No, that was Forward Unto Dawn.
Oh, okay.
That was the one before
Okay.
that led into Halo 4.
Which also makes me ask, how did you feel about having that prologue and epilogue with Locke in it?
For Halo 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the epilogue yet, but it was kind of interesting. I didn't.
Oh, you haven't
realize-
beat it yet?
No,
Oh,
because I started at Halo 1, and then now I'm on 2.
I did 2, and then Played a little bit of 1, got a little bored of it already, and then went to 3.
That's fair. Assault on the Control Room is like, I feel like at the level I really should like, and then
I love the control room.
then you just get into these repetitive rooms. And I'm like, why? Why is this happening to me?
I love that one.
And then you just run it backwards. Maybe that's why I don't like it so much, because you play it twice. Yeah.
Got a problem?
Chris, your thoughts?
I do. I will toss your phone, bruh.
I will toss you.
Whoa.
That's true.
We salad tossing over here?
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
Oh.
No.
I'm not good at cooking.
Salad really isn't cooking.
Sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
Just
Don't be ridiculous.
preparing.
Oh my gosh,
You're
you
preparing.
have so many housewives right now mad at you.
So,
Is that sexist? I don't actually know.
I mean, cooking implies a chemical reaction within the food.
Like meth?
Like adding syrup?
No.
I mean, most people call it dressing, not syrup, but alright.
No.
Dressing to
We
what?
were not cooking.
Salad.
Or
Oh, I wasn't talking about salad. I was talking
he was
about...
talking about ramen.
Oh, I got you.
No, that wasn't cooking or preparing food. That was just an abomination.
You said you enjoyed it thoroughly.
Shout out to Abominations. Can't wait for Dragon Age.
It's really loud, actually.
Oh, okay. I'll stop playing Tetris then.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
Shout out to
What's your
Tetris.
background?
It's my cat.
It's your mom, actually. Oh.
You can tell a guy's lonely ways a picture of a cat on his phone.
It's a fucking cute cat, okay?
Dude, I'm lonely. I don't have a cat.
Oh, damn. You have 6 guys you live
It's
with.
even worse, yeah.
It'd be creepier if he had a picture of 6 guys.
No, that'd be like his Facebook. So.
That's true. Wait, have you been looking at my Facebook?
I've never seen your
I
Facebook.
could, don't.
You have a Facebook?
Me neither. No. I don't. Don't be silly.
Too bad you broadcast it or whatever on the YouTube.
Do I? What
Or you do our tweeters. Do you do our tweeters or do you do your...
He does Twitter.
are you talking
on
about?
You put
Facebook.
on our abouts? The about section? You put follow at Bricks
Yeah,
and...
that's
He puts
Twitter.
Twitter,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know if you did FaceBase too.
No.
Oh, good. I was like, I hope people aren't looking for me on FaceBase.
I put the Mach7 Facebook page up there.
Good.
I don't think anybody's liked it yet, so clearly that's not working.
There's like
Because we haven't put any content out.
That's
People
true.
are
3 people.
Shout out to the podcast. It's the only thing we've put out.
Best thing we put out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Will be the best thing we put out. Except for this deep short that we're putting out.
Yeah, you know,
Deep short.
like super deep. So deep I can't even see it anymore.
All these feelies.
Yeah.
I think
It's very
that at the end of it, nobody's
Pull out.
going to get it because they weren't at the meeting. But, like, the one person's just like, no, I'm not going to forgive this asshole, and they choke them to death. And that
Well,
should be
spoilers.
The end. No, it's not going to happen.
Well, you don't know that.
I'm not writing it.
Oh, we
Alright.
need to tell them that 7's no longer going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we probably should, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you
do it
remember how much we've been talking about 7, yeah, no, we're not making that. So
All the work that we put into it.
yeah, almost a year. Close to it.
And now it's done.
Now it's dead.
Forever.
Well, yeah. Stuart says he's still going to try and make it. So,
No.
well, that's just what he said in the email, all right?
I know, but he's not going to make it.
You know, I'm not making conjectures. I'm not
Like, right now would be his best time to do it. He would just be better off to give somebody else the project lead and just supervise it
Yeah.
and take a back seat. He
Gamer?
could definitely do that, but
Oh,
he chose not to.
it's true. It means he won't be on the podcast anymore either. That's sad.
Not true.
Well, it's probably true.
Why?
Well, he said in the email that he didn't want to be associated with Mach7 anymore.
That's true.
So,
We've had
Okay.
guests on here before.
Yeah, but
who weren't part of Mach7?
yeah.
Who weren't calling in through phone?
Yeah.
Who?
We've told you can have people on here before in past podcasts. Quit playing Tetris and Cat on your phone.
I wasn't
Tetris
playing
Cat.
Tetris. I got another fucking text.
What did
Tetris
it say?
Cat, I'd play that.
It said,
Me love you long time.
to be honest,
Beefy and teethy.
my GOTE thing sounds more than slightly hostile in some parts.
Game of Thrones?
No, it's some stupid ass thing we have to do for
Oh.
the acting thing.
What's a goat?
Oh, it was GOTE.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the
It
E.
stands
That's for GOT.
for
Greatest of all time. Oh, it's a
Gold.
different goat.
Other Tactics Explosions? I don't know.
I like
Sounds
that
like an
info.
awesome assignment, dude.
No, it's fucking awful.
Put an S in the end and add sex. That's even better.
Goats?
Goats. Goats mix croats.
Like,
Are you
Never mind.
advocating for sex with goats, Travis?
I was going to make that joke, and I decided not to.
I believe people should do what makes them happy.
So,
Well, I guess I'm going to kill you now.
That doesn't make you happy.
Yes, it does.
That does not make you happy.
You're not a Jedi.
you're right, he's a Sith.
You're right, I'm not.
Good call.
Regular people cannot kill Seth.
I have a knife that says otherwise.
Oh. Sorry, I just thought of something else.
On the topic of knifing Travis.
Yeah, sort of. Have you been able to play any multiplayer yet?
No, I have not.
Because it's been, like, broken since release.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, the wait time for getting into a matchmaking game is, like, 10 minutes. It's really, really bad.
Why?
It's some sort of server-side issue. I don't know. They're working on fixing it. They said they rolled out a fix yesterday, but it wasn't working for me very well
On
today.
all the games?
Yeah. Because, I mean, the matchmaking's all like, together.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought you could play it in, like, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like, the different playlists you can play in have different maps from the different games
Oh,
and stuff.
but what engine do they use to play the game in?
I mean, it depends on what map it is, obviously.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about the multiplayer side.
No, you should look into it.
Well,
I got into one game, and it was, like, the worst thing in the world.
why? Was the frame rate really low?
No, the frame rate was fine. Still a solid 60 FPS. Really happy about it. But it was a one-flag CTF, and it was like, this is boring, and it kind of sucks.
How, have you watched anything on Halo 5?
No.
Like, I guess, like, people are getting all in an uproar because they released multiplayer footage, right?
Sure.
Well, you didn't watch Halo Fest at all?
No.
Huh. You're not a diehard Halo fan, I guess.
No, not quite.
I really am. To
To a fault.
To a sickly amount. When you listen and you have memorized most of the books, because you go drive up and down state, you listen to audiobooks, you listen to them repeatedly.
No, I read regular books when I drive up and down state.
I don't read books.
As I'm driving.
I mean, whatever.
Normally it's like the Magic School Bus or something, but
Dude, I love those books.
so good.
Anyway, they released the footage and like people are in uproar because the maps that they were showing the people playing on were just kind of like looked like almost like paintball maps. Like it's like
So they were playing on alpha maps while the game's in alpha development?
yeah.
Oh, man,
How
shocking!
dare they?
Yeah.
Why?
And they're
People are
like
so dumb.
people are all worried because like there's some weapons that you aim down the sight for.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
And the people are like, oh, so it's Call of Duty. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Call of Duty was not the one that created ADS.
I'm pretty sure you're right, but I don't know what game did, so I can't.
I'm pretty
I can't
sure
dispute that.
It was probably a predecessor for it.
Yeah, probably.
But people are like, oh my gosh, it's Call of Duty Halo. I was kind of like, no. But they did say that like they took a lot of features out from Halo 4 because I guess a lot of people didn't like them. I loved them.
Like what kind of features?
Guns.
Like,
Guns were a big part that they took out.
It's actually just sword battles now.
I will
The squish noise.
Yeah.
let me put this in link dump.
Okay.
Inside Gaming Daily from Machinima did a Halo 5. This is like the caption was like Halo 5, the next Halo, something like that. I mean the next COD.
COD. Okay. I actually saw that video, but I didn't watch it.
I hate those guys.
Really?
I cannot stand them one bit.
I really like Kovic. He's pretty funny.
You should check out my comment
I don't know.
when I put on there, the world hero.
Okay. I'll look for
I
it.
got really salty on there after I watched it. I was like, I can't stand these fuckers.
COVID can suck my fucking dick. Holy fuck, I hate these fucking fucks!
No, it wasn't that bad. I was like, remember when Machinima used to produce, well, Machinima?
Dude, shout out to Soda God. Those were the days.
And then right after that, I was like, and now we're stuck with these two jokers trying to do a knockoff X-Play. Thanks, G4.
I miss
That's
X-Play.
actually a pretty decent description of what Inside Gaming is.
So, yeah, so, I put that one in, check it out. They have a lot of good stuff that they actually brought up, but like, I just can't stand them.
So did they like show the Halo 5 multiplayer video that you're talking about?
Well, they showed footage while they talked about it.
Right.
And you can see what they're talking about. They talk about how they stripped away some of the stuff that people didn't like in Halo 4. And I guess like the audience that they're going to be shooting for is esports people.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm fine with that though.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
What's the problem with that?
I'm reserving judgment until I see how the single player ends up
There's-
being.
when you're shooting for the esports people with first-person shooters, there's a point in time, if you go too far with that, it's pretty much just going to end up as like Call of Duty in space. But
I'm pretty sure that's the opposite side of the spectrum. The opposite side of esports is going to be CoD, where it's just full of a bunch of features that are the same every time, but just cater to what people want. Esports are people who are like, I want to be able to do this, 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 and this. I do not want this extra feature, that extra feature. Like a lot of the graphics fidelity, I guess. Like when a lot of people play games, like professionally, they turn the graphics way down.
well, yeah, so they get better FPS.
Well, not exactly that, but so that people stand out.
That too.
Like you can see people moving a lot more if you
Right.
if you have like a pale background and you see people moving, it's gonna be a lot easier to see them. So they turn the graphics down. So when they start going for esports multiplayer, don't expect amazing graphics and an amazing background anymore for Halo 5.
I wouldn't say that because even if they're gearing towards an esports audience, they're still going to recognize that a large part of the target market is going to be from previous Halo fans and your normal AAA gaming fans, for whom, especially with just normal AAA gaming fans, graphics are such a big deal.
But they're not gearing towards that population. That's the whole part of my conversation. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not leaving judgment to. I'm just saying that's what they're going towards.
They can gear the gameplay more towards that, but keep things like graphics so it doesn't isolate such a large
Well, I
amount.
mean, they're not going to put it to Halo 2 like
Well, yeah,
previous
no,
graphics, but I'm
but-
saying don't expect amazing graphics from Halo 5 multiplayer. Dude, I'm having a conversation
Took his
with
phone
you,
out again.
and you're such a dick.
Yeah? When have I ever denied that?
He's no longer a permanent third.
All right, well, it was a good week. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that they would.
You missed.
I touched it.
Didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, same. It's surprising that they would try and cater to esports people because it's such a smaller percentage of the
is.
market. Like,
And you sell one game to them, and they have it.
The
This
fuck?
is
Wow.
why we don't have phones, you dickhole.
You've had fucking people
Oh,
call you in
DH.
the middle of the show.
Yeah,
so.
and what did I do? I let you guys talk to them.
they were really appreciative of that too.
Yeah, I heard about it every time. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why they're doing that exactly. Maybe it's because they tried catering so hard last time to what people wanted for Halo 4 that they're trying to bring it back a little bit.
Maybe.
But maybe
Well, if
hopefully
you're talking about it, sounds more like they're trying to go for the opposite extreme, which
maybe that's how they learn. Maybe by
That's-
Halo
that
6.
is the wrong way to learn, though, because
I don't know.
Tell it to 343.
well, you know,
Send them an email,
Fucking,
please.
maybe we don't want a game in the middle anyway, because those games are typically super mediocre. So
Halo 2, by the way, is definitely not mediocre.
never played the Halo games.
Halo 2 had the best multiplayer of any Halo game.
I would argue it was a trendsetter for the FPS.
I'm not going to disagree at all that Halo was one of the trendsetters for FPS.
Good. But yeah, so Halo 5, I have to watch actually the real beta stuff because you can start seeing some of the weapons that they released.
Yeah.
But it looks like they took a lot of like the stuff, like the customizable stuff for all your helmets and that kind of stuff. They kind of like... There was a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like,
Just loads of options.
staggering amount. Like, with different patterns,
Yeah.
which I understand because you're stuck with blue or red anyway. You went
Unless you're doing
single player,
single.
but how many people do single player? Cause
or like lone wolf type stuff. Like you
that-
could have
that's-
non-team.
That's single.
That's multiplayer.
Well, I meant
Non-team based is what you're talking
right.
about. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There was no point to having the pattern
Right.
of paint because you couldn't see different colors. So it was like, oh, I could work really hard to unlock this helmet with this new pattern, but it's not really worth it because I'm not gonna see it anyway.
Yeah. The only time you see it is when you die. Like
That too.
if anything, seeing like your cool armor is a punishment because that means that you're dead.
But it
or
lets
got
it-
into a vehicle. I
But
guess,
when other people see you, it's like a
Yeah, but-
stamp of privilege that you're
Right.
really good. It's like hats in Team Fortress.
it's like, why would you care what other people,
I
random
really
people
don't
on
look
the
at,
internet?
I really don't look
care?
at their helmets. So
I just shoot them in the face.
the one thing I did like from Halo 4 was the stances that your avatar has.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
I was,
really neat.
I was thinking of the avatars in the Master Chief Collection. I'm like, stanzas, what?
No.
But
I
yeah,
was thinking of Avatar.
No, you can get different avatars.
I know, dude.
That looks awesome.
Here, I'm gonna try and get a picture of the Lord Hood one because it's incredible. It's like most of the avatars are like 3/4 body maybe, but the Lord Hood one is just like zoomed really far in on his face, and it's hilarious. See if I can find a picture of it. I'll just take a screenshot of the game.
Just think of all those cutscenes with Lord Hood, and it was just amazing. Like, all those wrinkles were just
So nice.
so good.
Johnson cigar. Oh, such a good cigar.
What?
Speaking of non-team based games and achievements, I recently got an achievement that was like to earn 10 different medals in a non-team game. The only game I played was that One Flag CTF, which is a team game. I'm like, how did this even happen? Also, I got destroyed, so I don't think I even earned 10 medals in that game. It's like,
You got comeback kill?
maybe, but still,
Assists?
it's a team game, so I don't know how I got it. When the achievement
Ooh, yeah,
specifically
that's right.
says non-team game.
Magic.
I also got the viral achievement, so that's good.
What's the viral achievement?
It's called Bite the Hand, and it's where you have to kill a 343 developer in matchmaking or kill someone who has that achievement.
Oh, wow.
I got that in the first game, so it's actually pretty easy.
So I'm going to play you
Yeah, do it.
against you.
Sure.
And kill
We
you.
could probably go in a custom game, and I bet it would work.
Awesome. I want that achievement.
Bad.
One right
What
now.
else? I have a bunch of achievements in that game that aren't unlocking for some reason.
I don't have that many achievements in that game. I only have from the single player.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of ones from the single. There's like 6 that I've unlocked, but haven't actually unlocked and added to my gamer score yet. And they said that it's an issue, and they're working on it, and they're trying to get it fixed by the weekend.
Did you
Yeah.
look at the whole list of achievements?
Yeah. There's 450 achievements.
Are you an achievement hunter?
A little bit. For like easy stuff that I can get, yeah, I'll get everything.
I didn't even look at the list. I was like, I want to play through the story first, and then I'll come back and I'll do achievement hunting.
That's what I'm doing. I'm playing through the story and trying to find as many terminals as I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
That's
then,
what I do.
and then I'll go back and get all the terminals that I missed and all the skulls and stuff. Yeah, like a bunch of the early achievements when I first played it, I guess like the server was broken and they weren't unlocking the achievements. So yeah, I have like 6 that are saying that underneath, like for the progress tracker, because they have tracking, which is awesome, and I love it. It says done and then unlocking, but it hasn't unlocked, and I don't understand why. And like, there's nothing I can do about it.
How long did it take you to download that thing?
Like probably like an hour, maybe.
Ugh.
Maybe less than that. I don't know.
It took me like 2 hours. Dude.
Jesus.
And I went and I got it that night.
The day 1 patch for Chris who hasn't played it. The day 1 patch is 15 gigabytes.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
And with Xbox One, it's amazing because not only do you have to download any update patch, but you have to download the game
yeah,
to a certain extent first before you can play it. At least you have to wait for 100%.
yeah, it's
I have
true.
to give that to them.
That
But the thing is, it chose Halo 4 to download first. I'm like, I want to
know.
play Halo 2!
I was like, while I was downloading, I was like, so it started. You were able to play it at like what 15% or something, or
16.
16. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but yeah. Then I go in, it's like, why would it download Halo 4 first? That doesn't even make sense. Why would you at least not download Halo 1 first? Because logically, or it would make more sense to download Halo 2 because that's really what people want to play.
How the hell
I
do
hit the
you
thing on the
even
table
have
again.
a first day patch of 15 gigs?
I don't know. That blows my mind.
That's bigger than most games.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Assassin's Creed had like a gigabyte patch. That was it. I was like, well, why does Halo have 15 gigabytes? Because 4 games in 1, Chris. That's why.
Okay, so you take 1 gigabyte and you multiply it by 4. And
No, you multiply by 15,
You
clearly.
get significantly less than 15.
I thought it was a really good value, though.
Chris, that
I
doesn't
mean,
make
15
sense.
bucks per game.
Yeah.
And then you get Nightfall, and
That is pretty good value.
it's amazing value. Especially for games that just got redone into next gen.
Granted, one can argue that each individual game should be devalued because it's a remake, but it's still good value.
But Chris, the blur cutscenes, they're so nice.
I haven't seen the blurred cutscenes.
If we put the link up, will you at least take a look at them?
Probably. I did take the time to find a working link for Bearcats for that one podcast.
Speaking of,
That's true.
here's another little link you can put in.
Okay.
And I'm still having nightmares about it. And I'm going to go hunting on Saturday, and I'm going to be having nightmares.
Is it salad fingers? Or?
No.
Oh.
It was about a bearcat.
Oh, okay.
Bearcat and a pumpkin.
All right.
The pumpkin was cut out so like it had fruit in like for the mouth and the jack-o'-lantern, and like the eyes and everything.
Yeah.
And this thing was just tearing at it. Like it was a real face, and I just could imagine that being my head. It was
Is this a video?
yes, on YouTube.
Called Bearcat and the Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm on board.
I was gonna send it to you, but I was like, you know what? I'm waiting for the podcast.
I'll make sure that link works. Don't
Man,
worry.
I'm glad I brought that up, man.
YouTube works really well.
It was a terrifying video because I mean, Jack Lantern is just smiling. It's a happy
so
it's a happy pumpkin, and then the Bearcat just wrecks it.
I'm gonna wreck it. Is that what the Bearcat said before he did it? Okay, good.
Probably in Bearcat.
Yeah.
And then I said, "You're next."
Oh God, no, Bearcat, please. That's terrifying.
These things are just disgusting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you see pictures of them yet?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the one who brought it up
Yeah.
in the first place.
I know,
I
but the
assume he
link that
knows
you
what they
put
look
up
like.
didn't work when we talked
But I
about
assume he
it.
knows what they look like already.
I'm always slightly astounded because they look really nothing like either bears or cats.
Oh, no, they look like bears and cats. I agree. The description is
They look more like a
perfect.
badger to me.
That's my thought, is that they look more
But
like
you
a
look like
badger.
the baby ones look like bears, and the adult ones have long tails like cats, so it's like Bearcat.
The baby ones, I agree, have some
Very
similarity.
bear. Very bear.
But the adult ones, I think, look more like badgers or wolverines.
Shout out to Wolverines.
Gosh, just a terrifying organism. Luckily, they live in Asia that are as far away from me as
they're
they-
also not endangered, but whichever one is a level down from endangered.
uncommon.
Or like susceptible to death or something.
Nice.
I don't know.
I wonder if those could last a winter up here, because if not, then I'm definitely safe. I'm actually terrified of that animal. More than the wild dog that bit me. More than the happy berry bear that I see.
I'm going to have to get a pet Bearcat now.
Oh my god, that thing's just disgusting.
If you get a pet Bearcat and I get a pet red panda, can they be best friends?
Oh, wow! If I can only get a pet otter.
Yeah. Why an otter?
Then
Otters
my
are
Bearcat
adorable.
Can,
That's bizarre.
then my Bearcat can eat your otter
Is that what they do?
And then my otter can eat your red panda.
Whoa.
from inside
Do
my
otters eat?
Bearcat.
Yeah.
Are otters carnivores?
They
Carnivores.
eat
I'm sorry.
They eat clams or oysters or
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
and the spikers.
Urchins. Sea urchins.
Urchins.
Yeah.
Urchins. I'm glad we are so good at
Words?
aminals.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won't believe that roguelikes are a thing, but he refers to sea urchins as spikers.
Roguelike is not a real thing.
Pretty sure it's a real thing. Okay. So anything else? Are we finished?
Are we getting close to that time?
Yeah.
Oh. Then we'll let it wrap up.
All right.
Okay.
Chris, you want to do the outro?
I did the intro. I don't know why y'all are looking at me.
I mean, I usually do the intro and the outro, so.
Yeah, but you're the president.
Good point.
Just so
Chris, this
happy.
whole thing fell apart under my watch. I'm really mad about that. People are leaving now and
A person.
not getting stuff done. Well, we'll see.
That's
The
been
ch-
happening all year.
The chain
Yeah.
reaction it's about to come.
I don't.
It would have happened by now.
Yeah,
I don't.
I think it.
Look,
would,
it's a slow burn.
I think it would have happened regardless of who was in power. But
Might be true.
come on,
is she calling
Travis,
you again?
why you
Oh.
taking your phone out?
That was my dad.
Put him on.
It's done.
Oh,
Like he called two times, like the two buzzers, and it was done.
I must have known. Don't want to get embarrassed.
Half.com. Your order's been shipped. I ordered it like Sunday.
What is it?
Morrowind.
Oh, nice. Morrowind, good game. I don't know what to do about this. Like,
I mean, you could just
it's a massive hypocrite. over there.
outro.
I could,
I don't
but oh, I should explain. So this is going to be episode 19. We recorded an episode earlier this week that we're going to release over Thanksgiving, like the week of Thanksgiving at some time. I
I
believe.
just got told I'm needed at the rifle range.
Oh, nice. Better leave.
They probably have some
Yeah,
Bearcats they
yeah.
need to hunt down.
Weird.
I'm no longer the president, so I don't know why they're calling me.
You're president of the rifle club or something?
Rifle team.
Wow,
Competition rifle
I
team.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's
aren't you
actually
quitting or
kind of
something?
cool.
Basically a fucking sniper.
Basically.
Which is why you're scared of Bearcats.
Do you see a rifle in my hand?
You should
am
always be
defenseless.
packing some heat.
I
You should
should
be packing
be,
a gun,
but-
packing some heat.
But then I'm on the registered list for having a weapon.
Nah, that's fine.
But I'd rather not be on that list.
Look, I'm on lots of different lists. It's cool.
Sex offender list, predator lists.
Look, name a list, I'm probably on it.
He won 3 high school senior superlatives.
Are you a prom queen?
I'm a world champion at diddling, but I'm also ashamed of it. I wear 2 watches because it's always time to diddle.
What's that from?
All right. So, like I was saying, this is episode 19, but we recorded an episode earlier this week that we're going to release over Thanksgiving. I believe we said that was episode 19 because I didn't really know what the plan was going to be yet, but that'll be episode 21. So don't complain to me when we say that that's episode 19, even though it isn't. So, yeah, thanks for listening to the Mach7 Podcast. Stick tuned next week where there'll be another episode. And we have a Twitter, we have a Facebook. Come check out our website and all that other good stuff.
In the link dump.
Down below.
Also, like, comment, and subscribe.
Please, comment. I'm tired of hearing, well, not hearing, but reading these 2 bozos
Whoa.
in the comments.
I'm glad you joined.
You dropping B-bombs over here? I don't like it.
Why don't you join
Calm
them?
down.
I did.
Once.
Twice.
Oh my God! Stop the press!
There was the time with the Bearcats, and then I was complaining about your car screeching. One other time.
Yeah. On like the first or second episode.
Yeah. It was the second, because that was the first one I was on.
Right.
Oh, Screely Mealy.
Good times.
Yeah.
Still not a real thing, by the way. Roguelike, real thing. Screedly Meadly, not a real thing. If anything we've learned...
I'm willing
Never
to
mind.
make that compromise.
Okay, good. All right, well,
Oh shit!
I feel like
My
I've
dad's
learned...
here.
Oh, nice.
Like
Like outside
here?
the room, or...
Right now?
Bring him in. Put him on the podcast.
No, he's at the range.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's weird. We should probably go see him.
Shit, I hope he didn't walk inside. My buddy left his cigarettes on the counter.
Oh, I was going to say, would they, like, shoot him or something?
Yeah. Trespasser. Shoot on sight. Okay. So you have to go meet your dad at the rifle range.
Yeah, I gotta go.
And I feel like I've learned a lot about friendship and even more about myself. So
Bye,
thanks
guys.
for listening.
I think we learned the true meaning of forgiveness here.
Yeah, we have.
He's supposed to come tomorrow.
Oh, well.
What a dick.
I know, the house isn't clean at all. Like, that's what I was gonna do from now on.
It's your dad. He doesn't expect you to have your house clean, does he?
I gotta run. I got paper to do.
Run, Forrest, run! That is not running. That is like
That's like
long striding.
goose stomping.
All right, bye. He does like Hitler.